Good evening and welcome in tonight's news. His Majesty the King reiterates Jordan's firm stance against the displacement of Palestinians and stresses the need for efforts to rebuild the Gaza Strip. The Foreign Minister reiterates Jordan's commitment to assisting the Syrian people in overcoming the transitional phase. And the Arab Parliament supports Jordan's firm rejection of any plans to displace the Palestinian people from their land. Welcome again. His Majesty King Abdullah met with the heads of the permanent committees of the lower house of Parliament at the Al-Husainiyya Palace in the presence of His Royal Highness Crown Prince Al-Hussein. The meeting covered a range of domestic issues as well as regional developments, particularly the dangerous situation in Gaza, the escalating tension in the occupied West Bank, and the importance of supporting stability in Syria and Lebanon. The King spoke about the outcomes of his recent visit to the United States and his meeting in Riyadh with several Arab leaders. His Majesty reiterated Jordan's firm stance against the displacement of Palestinians and stressed the need for efforts to rebuild Gaza. Speaker of the Lower House of Parliament, Ahmed Safadi, and the committee heads expressed their appreciation for the King's positions on Arab issues, particularly his support for the Palestinian cause. His Majesty King Abdullah is scheduled to meet with Syrian President Ahmed al-Shara, who is visiting Jordan on Wednesday. His Royal Highness Crown Prince Al-Hussein chaired a National Council for Future Technology meeting at Al-Husainiyya Palace. The meeting, attended by Prime Minister Jafar Hassan, who is the Council's chairman, covered plans to develop the services provided to citizens. His Royal Highness was briefed on the outcomes of the specialised subcommittees formed by the Council to provide recommendations and action plans. The Crown Prince stressed the need for the Council to focus on priority sectors that affect the lives of Jordanians. For his part, Prime Minister Jafar Hassan said the Council will focus on in the current phase on sectors such as health and education, stressing the Council's commitment to implementing its projects and programmes within a specific timetable. Foreign Minister Ayman Safadi met with a delegation from the Senior Executive Course at the Norwegian Defence University College. The delegation included representatives from Norwegian ministries, institutions and armed forces, along with Norway's ambassador to Amman. During the meeting, Safadi highlighted the strong friendship between Jordan and Norway and called for enhanced bilateral cooperation. He also stressed the urgent need to sustain the ceasefire in Gaza and the immediate delivery of humanitarian aid to all parts of Gaza. In a separate meeting, Safadi discussed with Canada's Special Envoy to Syria, Omar Al-Ghabra, on ways to strengthen bilateral ties and boost coordination on developments in Syria. He reaffirmed Jordan's commitment to assisting the Syrian people in overcoming the transitional phase and building a free, stable and sovereign Syria that protects the rights of all its citizens. In Cairo, the Arab Parliament adopted a 17-point document in support of Palestinian rights, with a strong emphasis on backing Jordan's firm rejection of any plans to displace Palestinians from their land. The document, endorsed by Lower House Speaker Ahmed Safadi and other Arab parliamentary leaders, also reaffirmed support for the historic Hashemite custodianship over Islamic and Christian holy sites in Jerusalem. It further rejected all Israeli settlement expansion and any claims of sovereignty by the Israeli government over the occupied city. Palestinian group Hamas said talks with Israel through mediators on further steps in a ceasefire agreement are conditional on Palestinian prisoners being released as agreed. Israel said yesterday it was delaying the release of hundreds of Palestinian prisoners it had planned to free the day before until Hamas met its conditions. Prime Minister Netanyahu, or Benjamin Netanyahu's office, said that Israel was waiting to deliver the 620 Palestinian prisoners and detainees until the release of the next hostages is assured. Thank you so much for your time.